Did you know that about 20% of the teenage population read for pleasure every day? I can confidently say that I'm with the other 80%. Hi, I'm Cannon, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the book, The Naturals, and my reading habits around said book. I've always wanted to get into the habit of reading, but just haven't ever really enjoyed it, and it felt more like a task than anything else. Today I will be telling you about my reading habits, the book I chose, when and where I read the book, a little about the author and book I read, if I enjoyed the book, and what I learned about myself as a reader. I've never been the one to read on my own, and if I ever decided to read a book, I wouldn't get that far into it before getting bored. The last book I really enjoyed reading was Ready Player One, but since finishing that book, I haven't found one that I've enjoyed that much in a while. Like I said earlier, I read the book called The Naturals. I chose this book because I was looking for a book with a big twist and asked Mr. Gross what he'd recommend, and he pointed me to this book. I've always liked movies with big twists like M. Night Shyamalan and other movies like that, so I thought I would enjoy a book with twists. When I would sit down to read this book, it was usually at night, 30 minutes before I went to bed, in my bedroom. I would also read in class whenever I got the chance. The environment was always quiet, and I always felt like I was in the book and watching it all play out in front of me. The Naturals is a mystery, crime, and thriller written by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Barnes grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She wrote her first book when in high school, but never published it, saying it was just a practice book. She finished her first book in her first year of college and graduated from Yale with a degree in cognitive science. Barnes has written many books, including 4 in the Naturals series. The book The Naturals follows Cassie Hobbs. Cassie always felt a little out of the pack, but never knew why. But when she's confronted by Michael Townsend, an FBI agent, her whole life was changed. She was asked to join a government program because of her ability to profile people based on things they do, like what they order at a restaurant, their parking job, and even their posture. This program has a few other people with unique abilities. These abilities are used to solve cold murder cases. Cassie hopes that she can find the answer to who murdered her mother with all these unique abilities and her friends. "Do you want to get pulled over?" I squeaked. He shrugged. "You're the profiler," he said. "You tell me." Cassie just got picked up by an FBI agent named Briggs. He explains that he can read emotions. While he does this, he slowly increases the speed of the car, making Cassie question how fast he's going. I did enjoy reading this book, although I did procrastinate while reading it and tried to push it away. It had good characters and a strong plot that kept me interested from the beginning. I learned that if I purposely set away time to read, then I'll read during that time. I don't think I'll change my current reading habit until I get motivated to read more. Today I told you about my reading habits, the book I chose, when and where I read the book, a little about the author and the book I read, if I enjoyed the book, and what I learned about myself as a reader. I really enjoyed this opportunity to read, even though I probably will only read one book the rest of the year. Even though I'm currently part of the 80% of teens who don't read for pleasure, I hope I can join the 20% sooner than later.